It's me. Welcome to episode 262 of The Willow Show, which stands for Wrestling is Life. Life is Wrestling. Now, I always try and have a positive show. Maybe one or two out of the 260 episodes weren't super positive, but most of the time, I'm trying to be positive. There's so much negativity in the world. Wrestlers are so hard on each other. Um, it's kind of a competition. Everyone wants the top spot. So hate is a strong word. So, have you ever hated someone in the wrestling business? Or even just as a fan, has there ever been a character that maybe played so well that you hated them? Or maybe someone that you just hated seeing because you just felt they sucked playing their character or didn't or sucked at wrestling or didn't belong in it? See, my opinion, I mean, as I get older and older, I see things differently now. So back in my early years, like the first 6 or 7 years of my career, there was definitely people that at the time maybe I did hate or I thought I hated, but hate is a very strong word. So now I think maybe either I was just jealous of them or maybe I just didn't appreciate the way they treated me, or I just didn't think they were a good person. But that doesn't necessarily mean I hate them because I don't know the way they were brought up. I don't know why maybe they were bullied in school, like whatever the case may be. Maybe they were just joking around and they didn't mean anything from it. So who am I to really hate anyone? But yeah, back when I first started wrestling, there were some people I really hated. But as I've grown, I've realized, hey, I should never hate another person unless they did something horrible to like my family or something like that or me. Um, Hate's just such a strong word because you got to think about where things come from. But people love to hear when people diss. A lot of people have even commented saying that my show is not really dark enough, that I should once in a while not be so positive, and I don't want to be that person because I'm not that person, and I'm not gonna just go off on a rant against people just to get views. So I'm sorry, you can turn off the video right now. I don't care. Like, I'm just doing this for myself to be happy. But yeah, back in the day, there were some people that I really hated in wrestling. But now as time goes on, I realize I didn't really hate them. I just hated the situation or the occurrence, or I mean, like I thought I hated Ike Shaw, but now I look at where I am now, and I'm like, well, I'm still kind of grateful for it. Yeah, he was a horrible person in a lot of ways, but I still managed. I managed to get by and get what I deserved and get my money's worth. So I don't know if I hate him anymore. I just maybe feel sorry for him. And there was some wrestlers in the business that I really at the time hated. I couldn't stand them. I thought that they were horrible people. I wished that they didn't get success, even if they were deserving of it and they were a really good wrestler. I didn't like them personally, so I just didn't want anything good for them. But I got over it, and I just thought, you know what? Hey, it is a cutthroat business. Maybe they had to be a prick. Maybe that's just like a weeding out thing too. If people act like, oh, if they're a real jerk to you, and it gets you that upset that you just can't handle being around wrestling, that you quit wrestling, then maybe you don't deserve to be in wrestling. Now, the world is getting more and more politically correct over the years, and it's getting more touchy and sensitive, the things you can and can't do, and a lot of things are coming out from the past that didn't seem to be such big deals then, but now it's a big deal. So I didn't have anything major happen to me, so I gotta just be grateful. But as far as being a fan, man, when I was a kid, I hated some wrestlers. Basically, anybody who went up against The Undertaker, I despised them. I hated them. I wanted to see them get destroyed. I really hated the Ted DiBiase $1 Million Man when he said that he had found The Undertaker and it was a fake Undertaker. And Paul Bearer was saying, no, it's not the real Undertaker. Oh, man, that got me so mad being like 11 years old or whatnot. Trying to think. I really hated Roddy Piper back in like the whole smash and snooker with the thing. I was just like, why is this guy talking like which meant that they were doing their jobs, obviously, being a young kid and wanting to see what would them get what was coming to them. So, I mean, hate is a strong word, But once in a while, we gotta deal with that stuff. So I want to hear from you guys. Is there anyone as a wrestler that you hated because they were so good at being their character? Is there anyone that you hated just because you hated their character, you didn't think they did a good job of playing it, and you didn't feel they were a good wrestler and didn't belong in the wrestling business? Or is there someone you hated personally? Maybe as a fan you tried to talk to them or get a picture with them. Or maybe if you're involved in wrestling, a referee, maybe someone just, or a manager, or a wrestler, maybe someone treated you unfairly. Or maybe you saw people doing stuff to other people and they didn't even do it to you, and you got a poor impression of them. But remember, hate is a strong word, but I really want to hear from you guys, because on the W.I.L.L.I.W show, like, or you get a leg drop, comment, or you get a clothesline, subscribe, or you get a suplex? That's right, I'm your host, Elian Habanero. I love wrestling. Cuba!